One of my favorite Bordeaux producers of any classification is Pontet-Canet. While Pontet-Canet is a fifth growth in the 1855 classification of Bordeaux, they've been on an absolute tear, especially since about the 2009 vintage, and are now widely regarded as a super second. So if there was a reclassification of Bordeaux, they would probably be a second growth, and in many vintages, the quality certainly rivals that of the first growths. This upward trajectory began in 1994 when Alfred Tesseron took over, and there was a gradual ascent, but it really picked up in the late 2000s. What is it that makes the Pontet-Canet wines of such high quality? Well, for starters, they're located in an excellent area in Pauillac. Their neighbors include Mouton and Lafite, so certainly outstanding terroir. They also put a ton of emphasis into their viticultural practices. In 2010, Pontet-Canet became the first Bordeaux producer to achieve organic certification, and they also use biodynamic farming practices in the vineyard as well. And in fact, during my visit in the 2012 time period, I saw horses working the vineyard. Pontet-Canet has around 81 hectares of vines that average about 45 years of age. In addition to their impressive viticultural practices, they also use some impressive techniques in the winery. For example, they use parcel by parcel vinification. Beginning in 2017, they actually began destemming all their grapes by hand, which is extraordinarily rare. Most wineries use a destemmer. With respect to the maturation process, they've also placed a greater emphasis on the purity of the fruit by cutting back on the percentage of new French oak. For example, about 75% of the wine is matured in 50% new French oak, and then a quarter of the wine is matured in amphora. And this amphora comes from clay and gravel that they find on the property and that they use to create the amphora. So that's certainly very impressive as well. When it comes to my favorite vintages for Pontet-Canet, certainly 2000 and 2005 are very enjoyable, and you can't go wrong with the back-to-back perfect vintages of 2009 and 2010, although those are definitely the highest priced wines from Pontet-Canet that you'll find in the secondary market. You can also buy with confidence from 2014 to the present, and in that time period, my favorite vintages are probably 2016 and 2018. This is a wine that you can typically find for around $125 to $135 on release, and in strong vintages, as mentioned, the quality can definitely rival that of the first gross, despite the fact that it sells for a fraction of the price of those wines. I will caution you, however, that this is not a wine that you want to enjoy on the young side, and I tend to give it at least 10 years or so, as it definitely benefits and gains some additional complexity with some additional bottle aging on it.